came here, we got transferred here in 1983. We came to this church and never went anywhere else. This just felt like home. I have been involved in missions since 1998. I've always believed that if you're searching for God, He will find you. And He found me in 1998 when I joined the mission team. At that time, Cecil Jones was the chair. And then on our second trip that we were going to take down to the Reynosa area, he left. He had a job to go up in Iowa. So I always said that I became the mission chair by default. And I handled missions for 20 years. I had some very good people. I had especially Martin Hess and Walter Butterfly. So I always said I had my right hand and the left hand there. And they did all the operational logistics and all that kind of other stuff. I just went around and got everybody excited about our trips and about the money needed for it. And it came about. All of the trips had a deep meaning one way or another with it. I think one of the most interesting one was when we went to Bastrop, where two trees just fell together on power lines in different areas, and it started such a fire that it burned 1,700 homes and 33 acres. So we went up there twice, to work on houses and repairs. And one of the other things about all our teams is that we were excellent at finishing a project.
Yeah.
We could really do a good job on that. And then also, after hearing some sermons one time about going beyond the walls, I started going into Mexico for some trips that I had been kind of afraid to, because my Spanish was not great, and you never know what happened. But the Lord leads us, and we went down to a Methodist camp where really, really nice camp that was, older camp, but it was up 25 miles past Monterey and a few miles up the mountain. And both times on both trips that we took, it was really rocky up there. Both times we lost our trailer, before we got to the place. And the second time that we lost our trailer, there was some kids there in a pickup drinking a little beer, and they took the trailer up the rest of the way. So I've always said that God works in mysterious ways, so He helps us out in those kind of trips. Many verses come to mind when you think about missions. God, the two commandments of love God and love others. Matthew 25 and then 34 through 40. The ones that hit me here is verse 39 and 40, where it says, "When did we see you sick or in prison or go to visit you?" The king will reply, "I tell you the truth, whatever you did for one of these least of these brothers of mine, you did it for me."
I think you have done so much for a long time, but but it's not also just you. And like you said,
No.
It's been the whole church, and
Right.
Everybody has played a part, whether they've gone on a trip or they've given money to the church, or they've bought a pumpkin, I think it's people like you and our missions team have helped cultivate a church that cares about our community and responding to needs.
Yes. And the people that show up, some you never expected. There's 4, 5, 6, you always know that they are mission-minded and will go on these trips. But there's so many more that you thought would never go, and here they come, and they go with us, and they may not be able to hammer or do this, and neither can I, but we were there sweating, picking up all of the trash, or helping hold up the sheetrock,
I think that's a part of the heart of Katy First, is a church that wants to serve.
True.
And wants to respond to needs. And
yes, and just like I said, every time that we had a disaster, we did respond to it, especially like after Hurricane Harvey hit, and our Family Life Center just became a command post where everything was collected there, and we had piles and piles of clothes and food. It's just been amazing, and also the feeling that you get afterwards and the thank yous, of course, that you get from the people.
Yeah.
But they know that the hand of God is working on that, and of course it's us doing the labor, the hard stuff.
Yeah.